Hey everyone, it's the Cinema Dude, and welcome back to my channel. I am back after a summer break. It's been about 4 or 5 weeks since I've done a last video, so thanks for sticking with me. But I am back. Had a very busy summer. Went on my honeymoon. Went out to Seattle and got to go to Scarecrow video. So editing a video that I did like 1 or 2 different sections in there. So hoping to edit that video and actually do an edited video. I usually, like I've said before, these are all kind of on the fly videos, and so I wanted to kind of do one there and show off 2 sections that I thought were like really cool and stuff. So today we have a new in the queue, I believe episode 6, and bunch of stuff from the past few months that I've gotten. Have my Criterion sale from July. I have my Arrow sale from late July, and it just ended. Well, it was kind of like August. I would say it was. Mostly ran through that. So I have those, and then some other pickups as well. So we'll start with the other pickups first. Just run through those real quick. Some of these Goodwills found, a few Record Archive, which is the local record store in my city, I guess you would say. So yeah. So first we have Jean-Claude Van Damme, Rob Schneider, Paulie Savino in Knockoff. So really cool. Kind of add another direct-to-video. This is 98. So this is direct-to-video. This is by, I don't know, Troy Hark directed this, but it's written by Stephen D. Sousa, who did Street Fighter and a whole bunch of other writing credits and stuff. So that's actually kind of cool. So this one's only on DVD, so did another Jean-Claude Van Damme to add to the kind of direct-to-video action stuff over there. So cool to have that one. Then we have, this is like a budget buy because it's in like one of those really easy, cheapo disc. The Deadly Companions, which is Sam Peckinpah's first feature. So another Peckinpah film I did not have. And yeah, thought I'd add this one, a Western, but really kind of cool. So to see where he kind of gets to start in feature films. Then actually one I picked up today. This is Olive Films release, and for those that know, Olive Films has ceased operations. So if you can pick up some Olive Film stuff, I'd pick it up before it's gone and stuff. I did one order that I was able to get some of the like 80s King Solomon's Mines, Richard Chamberlain films. I want to say there was something else in there. I got 2. I wanted to get Colossus of New York, but they didn't have. That one wasn't available at the time, so I'm going to keep looking for that one. But got those. But today I picked up, directed by Fitch Lang, the original Cloak and Dagger. Did not have it from 1946, and it would say it would be like a spy thriller, and but yeah, didn't have this. Really cool movie, so thought I'd add this one to my collection, and it's an Olive Film one too. Then we will go into, well, so that was a Record Archive one, and then these ones were as well. This is the 3rd or 4th one. I don't remember if it's, I believe 4 maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but another Lake Placid to add to my Nature Runs Amok section. And this is from 2012. Robert Englund is in here as well, and so kind of cool to add another Lake Placid film. I want to say that's 3, but I'm not 100% sure. Because I feel like Lake Placid 3 is actually says Lake Placid 3. So, comment below. Is it 3 or 4? Let me know. Then, another one I got, and when I saw this was actually on their eBay page. And then I was like, I need that. And this is the Goodfellas Steelbook. So this one, I want to say it was a Best Buy exclusive, maybe. And as you can see, it's got stuff. I gotta clean that off and stuff. But the only version I had of Goodfellas, which is surprising because it is one of my favorite movies, was just the DVD copy. So I saw this and I was like, oh, because this one has, well, which is actually kind of funny too. So it's supposed to have, I don't know if this isn't the 4K one, but it's supposed to have or I think it is supposed to have the 4K. It was supposed to have the 4K and then the 2 Blu-rays. But someone took out the 4K and put the DVD in there, but it has the 2. So it is what it is. You know, I paid less price than what it's going for online and stuff like that. But this is actually the 2 these ones were what I was more interested in, because this has the special bonus disc that has a whole bunch of stuff on there that isn't on any of the other releases. So I wanted to get that and upgrade from the old DVD I had to this kind of cool steelbook. So, and then 2 ones I have that are just, I guess, regular store-bought ones. Picked up Asteroid City by Wes Anderson to, again, well, we'll get to that, but I am now up to date with all of Wes Anderson's filmography. So I wanted to get this. This is the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital code version. I think this is it was like this, and then there might have been a 4K. And then there's the making of Asteroid City. So it looks like there's only a few special features, but that's kind of how it is with Isle of Dogs and stuff like that too. So not a lot. And then and French Dispatch was like that too. Not a lot, but then once Criterion comes, they'll add a lot more. So cool to add this one to my collection. Look forward to checking that one out again. And then I'm part of the Disney Movie Club. So those that don't know, Disney Movie Club is it's kind of like where you can buy DVDs and Blu-rays and 4Ks and stuff like that. But they do like a thing where it's like, okay, for $1 you can get 5 movies, and you start up. But then within that time, you have 2 years to buy 3 movies at regular cost and stuff like that. So, but each month they have like a feature title, and you either accept it or deny it. And I forgot to deny this one. So I got in the mail by surprise the 4K and Blu-ray, but that's okay. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So to be honest, this is my first, so I was up to date with a lot of the Marvel movies. And looking over there, I want to say Doctor Strange maybe is the one that I got up to. And then since then I haven't gotten Spider-Man, I don't think. I haven't gotten Black Panther and stuff. So this is my first one in a while. I don't think I got Thor either. And I'll have to look over there because it looks like I see Black Widow. So yeah, so I am behind on my Marvel movies. So this came as a surprise. I said, oops, but that's fine. So now I have this with the slipcover and stuff. So looking forward to checking this one out too, because that's also the other thing. The last Marvel movies, I think the last one I saw in the theater was Spider-Man. So I missed Black Panther, I missed Ant-Man, and I missed Guardians 3 in the theaters. So not been checking these out lately. So, but I heard good things on this one. So that is Guardians 3. So those are all the ones that were kind of just like either record store buys or just out in the wild buy and stuff. So, but now we'll hop into Criterion stuff and then Arrow stuff. So we'll start with the Criterion stuff, and we'll go, like I said, finished up the filmography of Wes Anderson, and I finally picked up Bottle Rocket, his first film, and they've had this one out for a while, so, but every time I was like, I'll pass, and I was like, you know what, this one, I'm going to pick this one up, and finally finished, at the time, finished his filmography and stuff, so, very cool inside, but yeah, Bottle Rocket. And with these next ones, I'll maybe stop at a few places that, like, kind of show insides, or to show, maybe especially with the Arrow, too, any cool special features and stuff like that. And then speaking of directors, another film I did not have, for another favorite director of mine, is The Last Temptation of Christ, by Martin Scorsese. So, did not have this one as well, starring Willem Dafoe, and Barbara Hershey, and Harry Dean Stanton. David Bowie's in this, Harvey Keitel. This was a controversial film at the time, as it shows Had Jesus Lived kind of portion of it, which is kind of like a dreamy kind of sequence and stuff. So, but yeah, didn't have this one as well, and was like, gonna pick it up during the sale. So now there's only a few left. I need upgrading Last Waltz, upgrade of After Hours, upgrade of Mean Streets, and then picking up Age of Innocence I don't have, so picking those ones up. And then another director we have as well. This one I've been waiting a long time for, because they would always be on eBay, and I'm like, maybe I should pick it up, But then they're like, oh, it's coming to Criterion. So I'm like, wait. And now I finally have it, and excited, and that is Inland Empire by David Lynch. So this is one of the ones I did not have, and yeah. When they announced it, I was like, absolutely. So I picked it up during this sale, and now I have it. There's 2 films as well in here from 2007. Lynch 1 and Lynch 2, by the makers of David Lynch, The Art Life. More Things Had Happened. 75 minutes of extra scenes. It's kind of cool. And there's a short film on here, Ballerina, from 2007. Conversations with Laura Dern and Kyle MacLachlan. So, very, very cool release. There's the inside of it. So, finally happy to have Inland Empire. Just not even just DVD or anything, like just having it in my collection. And then we have Shaft, one of the quintessential films of the groundbreaking blockbuster that kind of kicked off the genre of blaxploitation. Richard Roundtree in an awesome role. You have the soundtrack by Isaac Hayes. So really, really cool. And this is kind of a packed release. It has Shaft's big score, which is the follow-up from 1972. Also directed by Gordon Parks, who directed this film. You have a new documentary. You have on locations, interviews, a legacy of Shaft. So very, very cool kind of release. Then we will go to probably my favorite Charlie Chaplin film. It's just kind of a really cool one. Some of the effects and things that I really need in there. And there's one scene in this film where he has like a fork and knife and makes little potatoes be like little shoes and stuff like that. And that is the Gold Rush. And yeah, so this has the 42 and the 25 version on it. Again, a whole host of special features. So yeah, this is probably my favorite Chaplin film. And they're dinner rolls. I always thought they were potatoes, but they're dinner rolls. And yeah, so Gold Rush, add to my collection. Then we have Bong Joon-ho's award-winning film, Parasite. Again, did not have this. Kind of put it off. I was like, oh, I'm going to get it. And then just keep pushing off. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'm finally going to get it. So, very cool to add it to the collection. Postery kind of notebook in here. So, very, very cool. And then the last two of the Criterion stuff is we have Peter Bogdanovan's first film, bankrolled by Roger Corman, starring Boris Karloff, and that is Targets. This was one I always kind of was like, oh, I want to get that. And they had the old DVD that went out of print. And I want to say they had a Kino release that also went out of print. And then they're like, oh, here comes Targets. And so really, really cool. Really some ideas that are in this movie still are productive for today. Kind of the mass media, like that relationship between mass media and mass violence. And it is very, very interesting, and especially it's kind of the mixture of old Hollywood and new Hollywood colliding in this film and stuff. And so really neat. Those are kind of the special features on the back. Again, this is like one of Karloff's last movies, and he's kind of playing himself almost like an aging horror star, and then somebody's kind of after him and stuff. So, but yeah, Targets. And then we have a John Woo film that I was able to upgrade from the old Dragon Dynasty release, and just got foot was kind of falling asleep. So, and this is Last Hurrah for Calvary. So, yeah, when they released this, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So I was like, oh, I'll upgrade it at some point again. And so, yeah, so I want to say, no, it doesn't say if this is his first film or not. But I want to say this is one of his earlier films from 79. Actually, I don't think so, because I think Hand of Death is. And so, yeah, so on here is some audio tracks. There is a audio interview with John Woo, which must be an archival kind of one. New interview with Grady Hendrix, author of These Fists Break Bricks, that's neat. Trailer, and then a new English subtitle translation, and then also a book. So that's the inside of it as well. So, kind of cool to upgrade my Dragon Dynasty release of that. So, those are all the Criterions. And then we hop right into the Arrows. Speaking of John Woo, we'll actually hit to that one first. So, yeah, it doesn't say within this one, but yeah, so this one I got prior to the sale, and that is Hand of Death. And on the back here it says, when Golden Harvest first released Hand of Death in 1976, no one paid much attention to the names of writer-director Wu Han Sheng, third build actor Chen Yang Long, or fight choreographer Hung Ching Po in the opening credits. Within a decade, however, each of these men had changed the course of Hong Kong filmmaking forever. Under the names they are best known for today: John Woo, Jackie Chan, and Sammo Hung. It says, after a traitor of the Shaolin Temple, James Ten of the Big Boss has eliminated thousands of his former colleagues in exchange for power from the Manchus under the Qin dynasty. A surviving master of Shaolin, Feng Fai, is tasked with the mission to bring Shai to justice. In order to defeat Shai's overwhelmingly large army, led by the ruthless Chu Ting, which is played by Sammo Hung, young Fai will need to team up with a skilled blacksmith, played by Jackie Chan, and a reluctant swordsman to defeat the odds and avenge his fallen brothers. With early signs of John Woo's affinity for brotherly bonding amidst heroic bloodshed, and featuring one of Jackie Chan's earliest speaking roles after prying his medal as a stuntman, Hand of Death is an old-school, hard-hitting kung fu gem with a dash of wuxia for any fan of classic Hong Kong cinema needs in their collection. So it is a 2K restoration from the original film negatives by Fortune Star. There is Mandarin and English sound plus Cantonese stereo. Brand new film commentary by martial arts cinema experts Frank Jen and Michael Worth. From Hong Kong to Hollywood, an archive on John Woo's early career, including interviews with John Woo, Chow Yun-fat, and Peter Lau. Never before seen archive interviews with star Tan Tao Ling, filmed by his former student Michael Worth. Archive interview with Sammo Hung. Alternate credits sequence as Countdown to Kung Fu. Image gallery, trailer, double-sided fold-out poster, and then reversible sleeve. So that is Hand of Death, and that's the inside, and then that's the original kind of artwork right there. So again, very cool to have early John Woo, and along with early kind of Jackie Chan and Sammo Hung. And this is from, usually says on these, it does not. So, and speaking of Jackie Chan and Sammo Hung, now we'll go into two that I got during the sale. And first is Warriors 2, featuring Sammo Hung and Casanova Wong. And it says, after making his directorial debut with The Intent, The Iron Fist Monkey, and firmly solidifying his worth at Golden Harvest, Sammo Hung would be given more creative control behind the camera. Now able to inject more of his own personality, Hung would bring to life the more upbeat, yet only slightly less violent, Wing Chun cult classic Warriors 2. It says, Cashier Ha leads a simple life working for a local bank. The only complications resulting from trying to give a life advice to his friend, Fat Chung, who is played by Sammo Hung. When Hao discovers a murderous plot to overthrow the mayor and is left for dead, Chung urges him to protect himself by learning the formidable styles of Wing Chun from Master Lang Tens. As Hao's skill set grows, his proximity to Lang unknowingly lands him in the crosshairs of the treacherous scoundrels who previously sought to kill him. Predating the Impa Man trilogy by 3 decades, as well as Hung's own The Prodigal Son by a few years, Warrior 2 is one of the earliest films to authentically portray the teachings of Wing Chun while also delivering the kind of kinetic and pulse-pounding fight synonymous with the name Sammo Hung. And then again, a whole host of special features. And this is a limited edition release as well. And then again, inside, double-sided poster. Oh, and a booklet actually too, which is kind of cool. So there's the booklet. So yeah, another really cool release. And then speaking of Jackie Chan, this one came out recently, so it was right when the sale was almost over, and this is New Fist of Fury. So this is one of the few official sequels to the Bruce Lee film, and it is restored in 2 different versions. New Fist of Fury is the first spark that would eventually lead Jackie Chan to become the worldwide star he is today. And it says, almost 5 years after breaking all Hong Kong box office records with the instant classic Fist of Fury, his last collaboration with the late Bruce Lee, director Lo Wai got to work on a sequel. It would be the first major leading role for Lo's latest discovery, a young actor who had been a stuntman on the original film but would soon be a massive star as Lee. His name, Jackie Chan. So on here, it has the Blu-ray transfers of the 120-minute original theatrical cut and the 82-minute 1980 re-release cut. Let's see what else. Commentaries with Frank Jen and Michael Worth, co-producers of Enter the Clones of Bruce Lee. New feature commentary on the re-release cut. New Fist Part 2 Fist, a video essay by Bentley comparing New Fist of Fury to the rival sequel, Fist of Fury Part 2. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Image galleries, double-sided poster, booklet. So there's that. So yeah, they've been kind of knocking out with these martial arts one. That's the inside. Here's the book. And then there's the double-sided poster as well. So, very, very cool on this one. So, pseudo kind of Bruce Playtation. But really cool that it has a nice release. And then we'll just go past the next few real quick. I also picked up Shock by Mario Bava. Also known as, when it was released here in the States, as Beyond the Door 2. And this is, I want to say this is one of his last films. It doesn't say if it is or not, but it definitely is like late period Bava. And stars Dario Nicolodi, John Steiner. But it says Dora moves back into her old family home with her husband Bruno and Marco, their young son from her previous marriage, but domestic bliss provides exclusive as a numerous strange and disturbing occurrences transpire, while Dora is haunted by a series of nightmares and hallucinations, many of them involving her dead former husband. Is the house itself possessed, or does Dora's increasingly fragile grip on reality originate from somewhere far closer to home? Yeah, so really cool here. You get in here newly translated English subtitles. You get new commentary by Tim Lucas, A Ghost in the House, a new video interview with Lamberto Bava, Via del Giorgio 33, another new interview, The Devil Pulls a String, a video essay, Shock Horror, the stylistic diversity of Mario Bava, a new video appreciation by Stephen Thrower. So yeah, 4 US Beyond the Door 2 TV spots. So kind of really cool release here. I wonder if we have... And then they just have that as the other one. So I didn't know if they were going to have like the Beyond the Door 2 one on that. And then we have Hell High, another 80s slasher. That did not have. So Hell High was released with some international territories as Raging Fury. Is a singular entry in the late 80s horror canon, melding elements of the revenge movie with the trappings of the slasher genre to delirious effect. School's out forever. When high school football hero John quits the team, he winds up falling in with a group of outcasts led by the sadistic Dickens. With a willing new recruit in tow, the gang's youthful hijinks soon spiral into a night of abject horror when they decide to play a cruel prank on the home of their teacher, Miss Storm, who, unbeknownst to the youngsters, harbors a deep and tormented past. Again, a whole bunch of special features on here, which I'll kind of have you guys pause and look. And this is the special edition version of this. I think this one had a different slip if you got it through the Arrow website and stuff. But again, late 80s pseudo slasher I didn't have. So yeah, decided to pick up. And this one's kind of cool too because it's in, I don't know if you can kind of see it there, but it's a little bit embossed and stuff. So very cool there. And then finally, the big reason why I came there was to upgrade another Scorsese film that I have, and this is Hugo. This is from 2011, I think. And so this is the adaptation of Brian Selznick award-winning novel, which is a ode to kind of cinema itself. So Hugo Cabaret is an orphan living secretly in the walls of Paris train station, tending to the many clocks, stealing what he needs to survive, and hiding from the ruthless station inspector. But his class-stained life and precious secrets are threatened when he is caught thieving by the bitter old man who runs a toy booth at the station. And Hugo's world becomes enmeshed with the old man and his bookish granddaughter. A cryptic drawing, a treasured notebook, a mechanical man, and a hidden message from Hugo's dead father are all connected to a place where dreams are made. A heartfelt love letter to the magic of moving pictures. Hugo is a triumph of imaginative movie making and a gift for film lovers everywhere. So this is a 2-disc set. It is packed with stuff. You get a audio commentary on disc 1, which is by John Spira, publisher of the lost autobiography of George Méliès. You get theatrical channel. Disc 2, you get Inventing Hugo Cabaret, an interview with Brian Selznick. You get Capturing a Dream, another interview, music. You get another interview, video essay, a featurette on creating the worlds, which is about the life and legacy of George Méliès and his effect on cinema and special effects, and then a whole bunch of the stuff that was on the other releases as well. So that is the front. So this is a packed release. And that's the inside. I actually kind of like that cover. And then it's kind of this was like kind of the generic cover that everybody's seen before. But this one I actually like a lot. And then again, booklet, poster. So that's the booklet there. So very, very cool. Really kind of cool movie. And one that was kind of, I just had like the regular Blu-ray of it and stuff. But then when Arrow was like, oh, we're putting this release out, I was like, yeah, absolutely. So, especially with my favorite filmmakers, whether it's Scorsese, David Lynch, just trying to get the best releases of their films. That's why the Goodfellas one was so surprising, because I had like that and I just never upgraded that. So, kind of long video this week, but it kind of makes up for all the weeks I wasn't here and stuff. So, but very, very cool. Comment below any of these. Have you seen any of these? Have you picked up? Just let me know. Like I said, Arrow has been knocking it out of the park. They just announced, last week or so, or maybe earlier this week, but the Coffin Joe box set for, I think it's November, and that looks awesome. So that's already looking one of the releases of the year. So will be very cool to pick that one up as well. Right now it is Labor Day weekend, and Vinegar Syndrome has dropped some new stuff and doing like a warehouse sale. So very, very cool. And this year just keeps getting better and better in physical media. So yeah, make sure you're collecting, collecting the physical media and, supporting this stuff. So, but thanks everybody for watching. I hope everybody's doing well. Have a nice, relaxing Labor Day weekend if you're here in the U.S. But remember, be kind, rewind, and we'll see everybody later. Thanks for watching.